All right, everybody. Today we're going to talk a little bit about one of the biggest challenges facing all of us right now as business owners is how do we find good employees, hire them, get them to stay, get them to want to be productive when there's all of this government stimulus money out there. There are apparently today, according to the Wall Street Journal, 1 million more job openings than there are job applicants or people actually actively looking for work. This is a very strange moment in our country. And so we've got to think about what is going on, what are the kind of big tidal movements that you need to be aware of in order to really appeal to workers and still retain profitability. Because it's not simply enough just to pay them more money. In the past, I've talked to you about what McDonald's is doing. McDonald's has raised their quote unquote McDonald's minimum wage up past $18 an hour. $18 an hour they're paying people, but what they did is they effectively automated everything in their stores to where instead of using 8 people per store, they're now using 3 or 4 people per store. So in fact, they got better gross profit margins out of that. If you think about Amazon and what they're doing to revolutionize the warehousing business, where they're picking and packing with literal robots. In the middle of the day, you go into an Amazon facility and it is pitch black, except for little lights going, cruising around in some sci-fi sort of thing, picking and packing and sending out packages. So pay is one of them. You have got to, and you are going to have to face the facts that pay is increasing, inflation is here, and it's happening. The second thing that is a big high tide thing that is absolutely happening to everybody right now is somewhere between 30 and 60%, depending on which poll you believe, of workers have said that if you force them to go back to work, they will quit. What? Yes, they'll quit. Having some sort of flexible work hours, having some sort of work from home options, having some work remote options for most businesses is going to be a requirement. But what does that do? Well, what that really means is you've got to rethink your space needs, rethink your overhead costs when it comes to floor space and how much space you need per office. And do you need offices? And maybe the people don't need individual offices. They can hotel in offices. Can you cut your square footage down from 200 square feet per person down to 50 square feet per person, so that while you're paying an increased salary and you're giving these flexible work hours, you're in fact saving money overall and driving increased profitability. The third thing you're going to have to think about is benefits. Healthcare benefits. Healthcare is one of those crazy things that costs so much money, and we're not getting nearly the value that other countries are getting, but employees value this sort of stuff. What is the employee demographic that you have? Is it all young people who are under the age of 30, who healthcare is not an issue at all? Is it young families between the ages of, say, 30 and 40 and 50 who really, really value healthcare and healthcare benefits? Is it people in their 50s and 60s whose healthcare might be the most important thing that they're concerned about? What can you do with benefits, healthcare, 401k, match, other things, so where you can align incentives so when people perform, they get more. When people do more, they get more. And that gets to my last point. And that is with all of this new freedom that we're going to be giving this workforce, we have to also increase systems and processes to manage and track and increase accountability. Because if you're giving something away, you have to get something in return. And these workers are demanding, rightly so, more pay, increased flexibility, increased benefits. All of these things are things that you can give all of them and increase profitability with increased accountability, increased output, increased efficiency, and increased automation.